Hello viewers, welcome to Superb SJG, and in this week we are going to be looking at the differences between casual gamers and pro gamers. Now you might already know these, but we're just going to get into them since I thought that was interesting. Now there are some major differences between them, not just the play style or what they wear or what kind of peripherals they use or stuff. No, there are some other things as well. Now let's get into them. Now comparison number one is the graphics. Is pretty obvious. Now, pro gamers usually use 1080p with low graphics settings, maybe 1440p for content creation, but they have lots of FPS, maybe 240 FPS is a very common amount for them. Usually, streamers or YouTubers mostly make their graphics a little higher so the video looks better, but if you're not recording anything, or maybe might be recording some stuff, but just care mostly about your, their performance, then I think we'll just go with the less settings but higher FPS. And also they saturate their colors to an ungodly amount of, I shouldn't say ungodly, I should just say like very different towards the different Fortnite aesthetic. Like you can see that what is that health bar? It's way too like deep, and this SMG in the storm looks weird, and look at these builds, they look very like poorly rendered, and I don't know, the computer just is all it's prioritizing is FPS, that's it. Now, they usually, this is the game Fortnite, of course. Now, meanwhile, casual gamers, depending on the system, if it is potato or low end, most likely 1080p or 720p mid settings, but around 30 to 70 FPS. People don't really prioritize FPS very much, but instead quality and graphics settings, because they actually want to have an enjoyable experience playing the game, and they don't care as much about what they can accomplish while playing it. Meanwhile, there are some higher end setups or mainstream setups that are anything between 1080p and 4K. Any resolution higher, like 8K or MKBHD or Linus Tech Tips. Like honestly, nobody has 8K or 16K. I mean, I know Linus Tech Tips did play at 16K once, and MKBHD played at 16 or 8K like 4 years ago or 6 years ago, maybe now. I don't know. So here we have the game Forza Horizon 5, which is a very casual game in comparison to what Fortnite is, which is one of the most competitive games on the planet, Fortnite. Alright, now comparison number 2 is the system. This is also another obvious one. Pro gamers, 99.99 multiplied by 10 to the power of 6 million% of pro gamers out there are rocking a PC. I do not see any pro gamers on consoles. They don't use consoles. They don't like consoles. Most of them don't even have controllers. It just doesn't work. Now, while the famous pros like Lachlan or maybe Cypher, I don't know what Cypher has, but I know Lachlan has an RTX 3090 and i9 processor, just top of the line stuff. I mean, there's seriously just no there's no budget or anything. They just want the highest end machine they can possibly get to make the best videos with and best FPS at the same time. But some people still have lower end machines that are still very impressive. Some pro gamers, like people who are serious that play FNCS, probably have those kind of machines. These PCs are mostly custom made, but Digital Storm is also what some people like Tifu have used, as you can see. Right there, there's a Digital Storm PC. That's fun. That's a top of the line one, by the way. Now, meanwhile, casual gamers. Most of the casual gamers out there are rocking a console of some sort, either a PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo Switch. I mean, come on, they're not really caring about a PC too much. The consoles are cheap, they provide a good performance, they're a controller, they don't really need keyboard and mouse. And I mean, some people use keyboard and mouse on laptops. Laptops are also very common for casual gamers. I forgot to mention that, because a lot of people have them. There are also some casual gamers are more serious, so they build a custom PC, or a lot of the very popular graphics card, if they have a PC of any sort, is a GTX 1060 Ti or 1060 of some sort. Or maybe an RTX 3060 if they're upgrading now, like one of my friends. And meanwhile, some of them, like GLXG, are rocking an RTX 3080, I don't know, play at minimal settings to get all the FPS. I don't know, he takes the game seriously. I don't take it as seriously as him, but I don't know, I just try to enjoy the game while making good content. And the console here is the PS5. I mean, I haven't been able to get a PS5. You know how hard those things are to get. My 7-year-old PlayStation 4 still provides a great gaming experience on Ultra settings. Not RTX, but it is Ultra. It's 1080p, 60 FPS. Alright, and trust me, I promise I'll be upgrading my system sooner than you think. Now, comparison number 3 is ability and playstyle. You might see the line down there. We'll get into that. Pro gamers, these are highly trained professionals who make gaming their #1 or #2 priority, as it is their job or maybe huge sources of income in their life. They are generally better at the game because of this and do not usually play for fun. I mean, mostly some of them do. That's why they got into the game. But I mean, you know what they're doing. They're just competing to get like fame and stuff. They instead play to compete and win prizes and dignity, as well as to pay the bills, because what else are they paying with? So as you can see, FaZe Clan is an example of people who are very sweaty. I should have put the Sentinels on here, but I just picked the first thing that came to mind. Now, on the other hand, we have casual gamers. We play for fun. We do not play just to compete, but to instead enjoy the game, which is what the game was intended to be used for. Esports sort of exploded as a different thing, but meanwhile, games were just invented as a fun little leisure activity. We used to have there used to be handhelds in the 80s or something. No one was professional 80s like handheld player. No, we may not be as skilled as the pros, but we instead have other priorities like maybe work or school, and we game on the side. Even sometimes have YouTube channels for fun, even though we tend to make no/negligible money from them. And there's me as an example of a casual gamer. My YouTube channel is sort of on the side. It's not my main thing. As you can see, I don't have enough subscribers or views to be into the YouTube partner program. However, I do have other ways to get money. Now, that is going to be the end of my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed that very much. And the next video that's coming, it might be Chapter 3, Season 2 Dank, I think. I found a good meme for that to put in that. You'll see that pretty soon. And also, starting beginning of Season 3, I'll start to make some updates to my content. It'll get better. Think of it like, for me, upgrading from a mobile device to a PlayStation. Think of it like that kind of upgrade, but even better, even bigger of an upgrade than before. You know what? I'm gonna start to become one of those people who build PCs.